Hello everyone. The video that you are going to watch is about how actually AI can change the platform businesses and the platform industry. It has a very important message, so please watch it. Okay? It's not that much long. It's only like 6 minutes, but it has actually many things to observe, I think. Please enjoy it. If you like it, please recommend this to other people and also subscribe to my YouTube. Thank you.
Hey everyone, and welcome. Think about the apps and sites you use every day. Google, Amazon, YouTube, right? For a long time, it felt like the winners were already picked, set in stone. But now, AI is completely flipping the script and is starting a whole new round of platform wars. So, let's get into it. For the last 2 decades, the search engine war was, it was basically over. But then something really interesting happened. Take a look at this. After Microsoft put OpenAI's tech right into its search engine, Bing, something that hadn't happened before happened. Its desktop market share finally crossed that 10% line. Now you might be thinking, 10%? That's it? But trust me, in a world completely run by Google, that's a huge deal. It's like a little earthquake. It proved that AI could actually get people to try something different. And this really brings us to the big question, doesn't it? Is AI this incredible new slingshot for the little guys, the startups, the Davids of the tech world, to actually take on the giants? Or is it just going to make the Goliaths even bigger, even more unbeatable than they already are? All right, first up, let's root for the little guy. We're going to look at how a small, scrappy platform can use AI as its secret weapon against the biggest names out there. Okay, so every single new platform runs smack into this massive wall. It's the classic, and I mean classic, chicken and egg problem. You've heard of this, right? If you're building a new Uber, you need riders to get drivers to sign up. But you can't get any riders if there are no drivers. It's this vicious cycle that just kills most new ideas before they even get off the ground. So how do you break that cycle? Well, here's a brilliant example. Check out this Korean math help app called Qnda. They started out pretty simple, just using human tutors, but then they had a genius idea. They built an AI that could scan their database of old questions and answers instantly, so students could get fast, free help. And what happened? Boom, a huge user base. We're talking 7.5 million users just in Korea. They solved the chicken part of the problem, and once you have millions of students on your app, guess what? It becomes super easy to attract the eggs, the paid tutors. And just like that, a simple tool becomes a booming platform. And here's the key takeaway from that story. A really cool new AI feature does one thing incredibly well. It makes people curious. And that curiosity leads to something called multi-homing. Now, that's just a fancy way of saying we start using more than one app for the same exact thing. This is the perfect example. For years, you probably didn't even think about using anything but Google. It was just automatic. But then, Microsoft puts this powerful AI chatbot right inside Bing. And maybe you heard about it, maybe a friend told you and you thought, what's that all about? I'll check it out. And all of a sudden, you're multi-homing. You're using both. You probably didn't ditch Google, but now Bing has its foot in the door. And it's all because of that one new AI feature. Okay, so that's the optimistic view. But let's pump the brakes a little. What if this new weapon, this AI slingshot, isn't really a slingshot at all? What if for the giants, it's just more bricks and mortar to make their fortresses even taller? Let's flip this around. Here's the thing we have to remember. For the big guys, AI is not some new shiny toy. Nope, they have been playing this game for decades. Seriously, decades. Visa was using AI to spot fraud way back in 1993. Amazon and YouTube have spent the last 20 years perfecting their AI recommendation engines. Spotify knowing exactly what song you want to hear next? That's not magic. It's years and years of AI development. They have a massive, massive head start. And that head start gives them some almost unfair advantages. First, and this is the big one, data. AI needs data to learn, and companies like Google and Meta have more data on us than anyone in history. Second, cash. They can throw billions of dollars at R&D without even blinking. And third, they can weave AI into their existing platforms to make them stickier. You know that Up Next feature on YouTube that keeps you watching for hours? That's AI, and it's designed to make it almost impossible for you to leave. And if you think a startup can just build their own version of ChatGPT from scratch, think again. Just look at this number. It's estimated that OpenAI spends around $700,000 every single day just to operate ChatGPT. How is a small startup in a garage supposed to compete with that? It's a huge barrier to entry. So you've got this epic tug of war happening between the Davids and the Goliaths. But honestly, beyond who wins the corporate battle, what does all this mean for you and me? For us, the actual users? Yeah, really. How is this AI arms race going to change the stuff we use every single day? The really big promise here, the dream of AI, is that it can completely flip how businesses work. For like ever, we've lived in a provider-centric world. A company makes one thing, and we all have to adapt to it. AI could turn that on its head and create a user-centric world where everything is built around you. Take education, for example. Right now, it's pretty much one-to-many. One teacher, one curriculum, for a class of 30 kids. But imagine an AI that acts as your personal tutor. It could pull the perfect video explanation of a topic from one teacher, a great practice problem from another source, and put it all together in a lesson plan designed just for you based on how you learn best. It goes from one-to-many to a true one-to-one experience. How cool is that? Or what about finance? It can be such a headache, right? If you need a loan, you have to do all the work. You shop around, you compare all these confusing rates. In an AI-driven future, your personal finance assistant does all that heavy lifting. It knows your situation, it scans the entire market, and it finds or even helps create the absolute best product for you. The power shifts from the big institutions to you, the customer. And so, that leaves us with this huge final question. AI is promising us this incredible future of personalization. But is it actually going to give us more choices by empowering new companies? Or will it just concentrate all the power in the hands of the few giants who already know everything about us? The next chapter of these platform wars is just getting started. And honestly, the outcome is anyone's guess.